Hi, this is Andrew from laptopreviews.com, and I'm here today to compare the Lenovo Y580 with the HP dv6t-7000 series. And let's just start off at the very beginning here. These are the two different boxes that you'll receive these laptops in. The IdeaPad Y580 is on the left and the HP dv6 is on the right. I just wanted to compare the screens of these two laptops quickly. The dv6 is on the right, whereas the Y580 is on the left. And they both have the 1366 by 768 resolution standard screen. You can upgrade both of them to a higher resolution 1920 by 1080 screen, and I would recommend doing so. However, with this standard model configuration, the Y580 screen is a little better. Its colors are a little more accurate. The dv6 tends to be a little more washed out. The viewing angles are kind of what you would expect. And let me just go in and tilt the screens back here to demonstrate that with both of these, since they are not IPS, once you push the screens back, the colors are going to distort. And so that's the Y580 I just pushed back, and I'll do the same with the dv6. And actually the dv6 screen only goes back so far, so I can't tilt it all the way back. So that is one advantage of the Y580, is that you can tilt the screen back more. And just to compare the port selection, here on the left we have VGA monitor out, HDMI, Ethernet port, two USB 3.0 ports, headphone and microphone on the dv6, and then below it the Y580 has a monitor out, Ethernet, two USB 3.0, and HDMI. So quite similar there, and you'll also note that the heat vents are both on the left side for these laptops. Both laptops have an SD card reader on the front side. The dv6 is on the left-hand side of the front here, whereas the Y580 is on the right side of the front here. On the right-hand side, the dv6 has a USB 3.0 port, a USB 2.0 port, and then the power jack. And the Y580 has the headphone and microphone here on the right side, and the USB 3.0 and the USB 2.0, and then the power jack, and both have an optical drive. So in terms of port selection, they're exactly the same. The keyboards on these models are both pretty similar. Both are chiclet style, and both offer a number pad, and both also offer a backlit keyboard. The dv6 has a fingerprint reader, whereas the Y580 does not have one. The touchpad on the Y580 is bigger, but the buttons are integrated, whereas on the dv6 you have dedicated buttons here. And just to compare the speakers of these, the dv6 has a slight advantage. It has quad speakers on the top, so it has a speaker here, here, and then on the left side here and here. And then on the bottom you get a subwoofer with the dv6t-7000 series. Over on the Y580 you just have stereo speakers on top, so you have a headphone, or excuse me, speakers here and here, and they are JBL branded. So the dv6 has an advantage there, though the Y580 speakers are still pretty good nonetheless. So just to discuss the performance of these laptops here, both of them are great. They could be used as budget gaming laptops. They are both configurable with a Core i7 quad-core processor. The dv6 here on the left comes with an NVIDIA 650M card, whereas the Y580 has an NVIDIA GTX 660M card. So the Y580 has the advantage there in terms of overall graphics performance. However, you can configure a more powerful processor on the dv6 at the time of this video, at least. That is the case on hp.com. You can configure a mini SSD on the dv6. You can also, if you want to, install an SSD on either aftermarket. simply by opening them up and putting a new SSD inside, a 2.5-inch form factor. That will be a nice upgrade to make. Currently, you cannot select that for either on the configurations online. In terms of benchmarks, the Y580 will win just because it has the faster graphics card. You can configure both up to 16 gigabytes of memory online, but you can upgrade to a higher amount aftermarket if you want to. Simply by opening them up, you can access the RAM slots there. So if you're really looking for the best overall performance, the Y580 does just edge out the dv6 there. However, in terms of pricing, the dv6 usually beats out the Y580 because HP is always issuing coupons, and you can usually knock the price down to around 900 or so with the NVIDIA graphics card. As I said earlier, you can configure a 1920 by 1080 screen on both of these, which is highly recommended. I've seen it on the dv6 and it's an excellent screen. The Y580 is a 1920 by 1080 glossy, whereas the dv6 has a 1920 by 1080 matte screen. So I kind of like the dv6 for its higher resolution matte screen there, and it has really good viewing angles. But overall, both these laptops are great buys, and I kind of recommend them as the go-to laptops to look for when you're looking for a 15-inch budget performance gaming laptop.